Hello everybody, this is Guiding Halo and this is going to be your daily hope for September 20th. Let's see what's coming up, shall we? I hope you're all doing well and have had a good week. I took a day off on Wednesday and didn't post a video. It was awesome. Let's see what else we got going on here. For daily hope, for all the people who come across this video and need hope in some way, shape, or form, see what the divine has to say to us today. These cards are incredibly hard to separate, so I'll just take the top one. We have slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Wonder what might be unfolding. Oops. Whoa. That was fast. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to keep shuffling. Oof. Well, I guess that's one we'll take. Two flipped over now. So someone's about to come into major manifesting mode, are they? What does Spirit have to tell the masses today? What does Spirit have to say to the masses today? Seven of Winter. Postcard from Spirit. So all of these cards may resonate with you, and some may be separate messages to the divine, the whole message going on here, okay? Let's keep that in mind. All right. So this is about slowing down. When you're excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. So this already intuitively, I'm getting that someone's coming up with opportunities that, one, possibly you didn't expect. Like clear out of the blue surprise opportunities today. Perhaps it's a surprise to see something in a new way. Perhaps it's someone that comes across your path. Perhaps you're all excited about a new love or a new job opportunity. Perhaps it's time to slow down and get in touch with the divine so they can give you clear messages as to what this is all about. This is a card number 9, which is about wrapping things up. And a lot of times when we wrapping things up on one side of the fence, then on the other side of the fence we got new starts and new things going on. Definitely resonates for Virgo season. The number 9 is the Hermit. So perhaps someone's very excited about some new clarity they've had, or new starts, new everything coming down into your life. And then we have the Spirit Whisper, which is card number 3, divine guidance, higher knowing. So it's about tapping into the It's about tapping into divine guidance and learning from the things you've already been through, the things you've already manifested in your life, and not forgetting the lessons that are there. It also could be getting messages from Spirit kind of out of the blue, but in order to hear them, you must slow down. When you're so busy forging ahead and being so excited about what's to come, even if it hasn't happened, but so excited about what's to come, a lot of times we miss a message from Spirit. The Seven of Winter, there is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from truth. So it's important that we really slow down here to look at and to listen to what Spirit has to say to us, but look at the things that we might be running from because we're afraid of them, or have some sort of idea that it actually is something that it's not. There's some, perhaps someone's trying to dive into another situation too quickly before they let go of a different one. You really need to slow down and to wrap things up before you trudge into the new manifestation of all these things, and tap into your inner knowing. And that's where the divine meets you, is in your inner knowing. So there's a better choice. So something that you're about to do or were thinking to do, there might be some information that you're not seeing quite clearly. And really and truly, it's not that the whole subject, you need a new subject or a new point of attraction. It could just be that there's a better way to get to it faster if you tap into what the divine has to say in the situation. You'll get there a lot faster if you tap into what the divine's trying to tell you than if you go about the trajectory that you've got yourself on. So it's not about changing your end game or changing your point B from your point A, because we all sit at a point A somewhere. So it's not about changing your point B. Perhaps it's about getting a different perspective on which trajectory to take to get there. And perhaps in wanting to go straight there really quickly, someone's avoiding a few truths about doing so that really could hold you up in the end. It's just, there's a better way to do something, a better trajectory to take. And you must slow down in order to hear that. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to be understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you're being asked to have integrity. Be clear and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor? Affirmative, we say. Loving you so much. So what I'm getting from this is that perhaps somebody is wanting to go forward and just kind of push their needs aside in a certain circumstance or situation. Perhaps it's in order to please others, or even in this moment, perhaps it pleases us to put our needs aside. But in doing so, it's not seeing things clearly, and there's a truth that's about to be ignored. And the truth is that you cannot ignore your own needs. When you're heading into a relationship or are in a relationship, they're asking you here to have integrity in your word. Ask for your needs to be met. Be clear. Be decisive. Do not push your needs aside. Do not run away from the truth that you have needs. Actually ask people to say to people, you know what, I just need some time alone, or I just need 10 minutes of peace and quiet, or I just need, rather than a gift card, perhaps what I need more is a hug instead of, You know, I mean, there's so many things. Take it how it resonates for you. Absolutely. But there is something that someone is excited about here, and I think that in their excitement, they're about to ignore Spirit leaning them towards the fact that they need to ask for their needs to be met in a certain way that they're not being met. Now, you can be excited and trudge forward, absolutely, but when you ignore your needs and you don't speak clearly, that you're, you know, and ask the divine for help, possibly about having someone come in and help you, or I don't know, whatever, however it resonates for you. Okay, let's read this, the Spirit Whisperer card. My finger's itchy. Card number 3, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing. As an ally, the Spirit Whisperer comes to you heralding the miraculous and the inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through your higher senses so that you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She is committed to helping you intuit the right next action and steers you away from trouble. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing just in time the correct next steps. She guides you to fulfill your highest purpose. When she appears, it's a sign of inspired ideas that with continual action lead to success. That's a very good omen. If your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer speaks of soul connections, past lives, and great learning through mutual mirroring. She will whisper how long, how short, how deep, and how sweet the relationship can be. There were soul bargains made even before you were born here, and an exploration is in order. You may move forward, but keep listening to Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. As a challenger, the Spirit Whisperer warns that you're about to go astray and you need her guidance. Red flags are waving and you must pay attention, lest you find yourself cleaning up messes you didn't even know you'd made. She challenges you to start again and trust your intuition. In time, you will be back on track. On this occasion, you can't possibly go wrong since you are that much more aware of the possible challenges you need to step away from. If this is about a relationship, you may be repeating something in your past that you don't need to relearn. Stay away, as this may end up a costly distraction. That said, lessons learned over and over make for great wisdom later. So even if you do rush ahead and then you end up having to come back and you, in order to relearn something that you've already learned, in order to sink it further into your psyche, it's like that spiral I was talking about the other day. The vortex of creation, time is not linear. It does not go from point A to point B like this. It actually spirals like this, right? And it's like the planets around the Earth spiraling and going their direction around the Earth. And a lot of times we come to something on that path that is there to remind us of the lesson that we have learnt. It's like the planets, they all come together again at some point. They all see someone or see another planet they've seen before, or sit in a harmonious aspect or a not so harmonious aspect. But they all spin around the sun, right? All the planets spin around the sun. I seem to think I might have said Earth before. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, all planets spin around the sun, and when you spin around the sun like this, they still all come back into contact. So in a spiral vortex of creation, it's actually like this. So when something comes back around, it's not about that forever back around, now I'm going back. Actually, it is coming around to it again to have further clarity and understanding, and to show you how far you've grown as to how you're going to handle this situation differently. I think a large part of that could be going on here. Someone's already learned something, but in the spiral of creation, it all comes back around and we handle it in a different way now because we've grown, come to a higher level of consciousness and learning within ourselves. Please remember what you've learned. I don't want to see you guys have to go through that turmoil over and over again, whatever it was you've been through. Please remember what you learned. If this is about a relationship and you're going to step into a relationship, ask yourself, who is this person? Why are they here? who am I supposed to be to this person, and how can I help? So it's not about how can I fall in love instantly and, oh, they're cute, they looked at me, they smiled, it must be a forever thing. Okay, guys? I used to be this way. I truly used to. So I totally get that. And in having lack of, you know, caring people around your world, it can really make you turn out to be that way. Anyway, you know, it's about asking, am I here to be their teacher? What are they asking from me? Or is it just a moment in time that I get to simply relish and enjoy the beauty that was created and everything that had to line up and synchronize for that one specific moment? It was just a beautiful moment in time. So ask yourself that before you get in, right? Ask yourself all those questions, because the reality is, if you don't slow down and you rush headlong, and because you're all excited about what's going to happen, there's something here clearly you're ignoring, running away from the truth. And perhaps it's a lot easier to be excited than to step back and visit what actually is the truth here. Okay? But they're asking you to. Speak clearly and ask for your needs to be met. Maybe it's even asking the divine to come and meet your needs. Perhaps you've been feeling or showing you how to get your needs met by the divine. Anyways, I hope this resonates for somebody out there. Blessings to you, and I hope you have a fantastic day.